What's up, everybody? This is part 2 of my ongoing Diablo 3 review. I say ongoing because obviously I haven't even come close to finishing everything, and so I can't really give it a proper review because there's a lot of content here. I decided to do part 2 because of the overwhelming success of my first part. 6 dislikes and 2 likes, I think it is. And like 180 views or something like that. So obviously I'm really loved for this. This video again is taken on my iPhone, hence the quality. I just don't really feel like going through and editing just like an ongoing review like this. So, let's go. I'm currently a level 39 Witch Doctor, having beaten the game on normal difficulty, and I've played up to level 5 of Barbarian, no big deal, by myself. When I'm playing with the Witch Doctor, I'm playing with my older brother, who's a level 39 wizard. You probably don't care, but anyway, whatever. I wrote down some notes, so if you see me doing this, it's because I'm looking at the notes. Okay, and I'm sorry if I've said some of this in my first video. I can't remember what I said, and I don't really like to watch myself. Okay, let's start off. The graphics are beautiful. I don't think I commented on that in the first one, but they are really nice. The art design is wonderful. You know, it really makes it feel dark and depressing, like a game like Diablo should, honestly. The music is great. It helps set the mood, really ties in with the graphics to create that depressing mood. Also helps if things are called Field of Misery and whatnot. There are some really badass cutscenes later on in the game. I won't spoil any of them, even though if you're watching this, you should probably expect spoilers. But there are some really cool scenes, and seeing an animated Diablo movie with the team that did that would be wonderful. Playing through in Nightmare mode, we got to a part early in the game which was really cool Easter egg, that you go into a crypt. Can't remember what it was called before, but it's called Development Hell on the second playthrough, and you're essentially killing staff members that worked on the game. At first I didn't notice it, I was just killing people, and then all of a sudden I saw like art designer, and I was like, what the fuck? So I look at it, I'm like, I talked to my brother Chris, I'm like, dude, check out the names when you're killing people, and then then he noticed, and it's kind of cool that you're walking around killing art designers and producers. The game has a sense of humor. I really liked that little spot there. On the topic of like Nightmare mode, it's hard as hell. Or maybe I suck. I could possibly suck at the game, but I like to think I don't. Me and my brother are having quite a bit of problems with Nightmare mode. Not so much on normal enemies, but the named special enemies are really tough. And they give us problems. I mean, we're both wizards, so we have no tank, so anyone gets close to us and it's kind of tough. I mean, I got my guys I summon, but whatever. Figured out about, I think it's called elective mode. That's a game changer. I didn't know about that until kind of late into my normal difficulty run through, and that totally changes the game and makes it better. Being able to choose what skills you actually want, not just like within a certain tree, because I had moves that I didn't even like, so it was just wasting space. So that's a game changer. People are pissed off with the online only mode. I don't I care, but I don't overly care. It would suck if it becomes an industry standard, which it could possibly become, and then it would start to bother me. But the occasional game that does an online only mode doesn't really bother me. Now, if we get consoles or whatever that constantly need to be connected to the internet in order to play, that's going to piss me off, because right now it pisses me off on Xbox where I can't play indie games unless I'm connected to the internet. I mean, my internet's usually up and running, but on the off chance that it's not and you want to play a game, I mean, there's a total first world problem for you. Yeah, playing through Diablo was a wuss. The bosses were interesting, but didn't have a lot of problem with many of them, except for, I think his name was Belial. The big guy. Is that who it was? Anyway, let me know. Diablo was a wuss. I mean, he took a shit kicking, but he was ultimately a wuss. I'm sure he'll be tougher in Nightmare mode, just like everyone's tougher in Nightmare mode. I'm actually using a lot of potions. I can't think of any more positives, even though Diablo being a wuss wasn't really positive. I kind of screwed up on my notes there. Can't really think of that many positives that I want to touch on. I'm liking the Barbarian so far. Being a tank, it's really satisfying killing everything. You actually feel strong, which is a nice touch. But I haven't gotten far enough with him to really comment on his class too much. So let's go to a couple little nitpicky negatives, and to the Diablo fanboys who may dislike this video because I throw in a couple problems with the game. Like, don't, because it's ultimately going to be one of my favorite games of the year. It's right up there with, like, Journey and Xenoblade Chronicles for the Wii, even though I know Xenoblade was technically released last year. It wasn't released in North America until this year, so I'm counting it as a this year game. So anyway, a couple little nitpicky negatives. I don't really like that you need to use pages of blacksmithing and whatnot and jewel crafting to craft your stuff when you've already trained the person. I'm fine with having to use it to train them to get to a new level, but I don't like that you need to go out and find more just to create an item that might possibly suck balls. So then it's just a complete waste. I mean, I don't mind wasting some money over and over to recraft things, but having to find pages of blacksmithing is kind of annoying. I'm not really big into that. I wish they would have just made them maybe more expensive or more subtle essences or shimmering essences or whatever to do that. That's just a nitpicky problem. That wouldn't affect its final score that much. Like maybe a 0.1, 0.2, because it's just really a minor annoyance, if that. And I guess the only other real negative I have is just a personal preference. I don't like sharing money between characters. But I'm the kind of player who doesn't even really save stuff from one character to use for the other. I like to go through the game and just pick up what I like what I get as I play, and use that. So I don't like if I spend all my money with one character, I have no money when I play as the other character. I don't really like that much. Again, just nitpicking. My brother really likes that, so there you go. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. This is a slightly longer video. Thanks to those who subscribe to me, all like 5 of you or whatever. Most of you I know in person. That was a fake laugh. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I might do a third part someday. I think I did one a week ago, so I did one today. Maybe I'll do one a week from now. I don't know. So yeah, thank you. Goodbye.